This week's featured new release is The Skeleton Twins, starring Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig. After many years of not talking to each other, two once close siblings are drawn back together as they try to face the issues dragging them down in their now adult life. Yeah, my name is Cathy Leung and this is the Amsterdam Film Show. I'm talking with Claudio Tapia.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Cool, so we just watched The Skeleton Twins.
Yeah.
And you didn't really know the actors?
I went into this thing completely a blank, so I just sat down and let it come over me. I'd not heard of it, but I really liked it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really like these kinds of movies. You know, they're about, fucked up people, talking about but they're very believable. Like, it's the skeletons most of us have and how they deal with that. And I thought they were really real, the characters. Good acting and very believable situations, just stuff that we all experience in life, regrets and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed it.
So it had touch points with you. You kind
sure.
of, could identify with their predicaments.
We're all, screwed up in some way, the way those people were, and So yeah, it kind of resonated with me. I like those stories, whether we're taken from real life, and when people, how we all deal with things, how we discover, that we have problems, that we have skeletons. So I really enjoyed it.
And as a storyteller yourself, as a novelist, do you feel it really kind of kept you involved enough? Like, do you think the plot developed enough?
There was at some point I think I peaked earlier than they peaked, so I would have cut it shorter. I think a little bit, but the storylines developed and closed very well. I really enjoyed the characters, and I like these kinds of movies, taken from real life, real people dealing with real stuff. Very touching, very the acting I thought was really good.
I think I guess we differ a little bit here. So I found it a bit slow, and then towards the end I thought, oh, it's going to go a completely different way here and go really much darker than I thought. And I'm aware of Kristen Wiig's work and stuff.
I didn't know him.
In a comedy, Bridesmaid. Kristen Wiig, the lead female in Bridesmaids, but she's much more comic in that. But she had these tiny little moments of you could see like hints of her other characters and other ways of expressing herself. Okay. So it didn't. In some moments, I felt it hadn't moved on completely from other roles that she's played.
But they had good chemistry together, and they were very believable. They almost kind of looked alike. They could have been family. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it.
What kind of person would you think would? What kind of person would you think would like it as well?
Oh Jesus, I think it'd be for anyone. A little bit further in life, adults. We all have skeletons in our classes. We all have pasts. We all make mistakes, and this is typical way how we deal with them.
I'm so different.
Things come out. We keep secrets, and then we realize, how we could do things better, and we try again, and we fail constantly.
Yeah, it's very human and universal things.
Absolutely.
But still, I don't know, I am a bit different. I found myself watching and thinking I couldn't give a fuck about what they're going through. I didn't seem to care. Okay. So they'll be different, you don't know. If you go into this movie, you might like it, you might not.
Well, they have very specific issues and problems that they're dealing with personally. But even though they're not the same issues that I might have, in the way they deal with it and the way they keep fucking up and going back and trying again and learning how to live and how to deal with themselves and how to live with themselves, that's very recognizable for me.
Okay.
So I thought it was really well done. You just take a little fragment out of life or a little pocket of how life goes, and you turn that into a movie. I love those stories. I try to write that way too. Something that we can all recognize, even though it's not your exact match. it kind of touched me. Maybe I'm a little, melancholy about it. I don't know. Could I be critical about it?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at some point, like I said, I did kind of, I was kind of done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, now we know you all have skeletons in your closets, and you're trying to deal with this, and things go wrong. And then we, at some point, I think there was like, I don't want to give away too much, but at the Halloween night,
yes.
they're like, okay, we know you guys are getting together, and you refound each other after so many years. So it began to lag a little bit after that for me.
Like the long lip syncing scene wasn't necessary.
That was really long. However, and the music was really cool. Like 80s pop music.
Yeah.
That's more my generation, I think. So the music was good, well chosen. Very real people dealing with real problems. Well acted.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Claudio.
Thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah, I'd recommend it.
The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1. After Katniss destroys the games, she agrees to front the rebellion and tries to save Peter from the Capitol. Jennifer Lawrence stars. John Wick. Keanu Reeves stars in this well-received action movie. A hitman comes out of retirement to take revenge on the crooks that took everything from him. Warning, the little dog dies. Still Life. British drama starring Eddie Marsan and Downton Abbey's Joanne Froggatt. After spending most of his working life looking for the lost relatives of the recently deceased, John's last case leads him on a path to self-discovery. White Bird in a Blizzard. When her mother suddenly leaves the family home, 17-year-old Kat Connors doesn't seem to care, more interested in her evolving sexuality. But then she finds out the truth behind her mother's disappearance. Still the Water. During a traditional dance ritual, 16-year-old Kato finds a dead body floating in the sea, and together with his girlfriend, learns about the interwoven cycles of life, death, and love. Set in subtropical Japan. Japanese spoken, Dutch subtitles. Party Girl. A French film. An aging nightclub hostess decides to settle down and get married. Wiplala. Wiplala is a children's adventure story about tiny people in a big world, based on a book by Annie M. G. Schmitz. IDFA, the International Documentary Festival Amsterdam, has started this week and runs until the 30th of November. You'll have the chance to see the highly rated and topical CITIZENFOUR, Laura Poitras' telling of whistleblower Edward Snowden's story. And then there's Keep On, Keeping On by Alan Hicks. Veteran trumpet player Clark Terry mentors a young blind piano student Justin Coughlin. Through ill health, Terry continues to support and advise Coughlin, even lending him his lucky socks. There are multiple screenings of Keep On, Keeping On, one of which is already sold out, so be quick. And there are multiple other documentary options. For more information, see idfa.nl.